Welcome back, everybody. I'm Phil. That's Sam.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to the channel.
She's being a little crazy today, let me tell you. She's a little off the walls, like these four here.
Off the walls.
You never know what to expect from Samantha, guys, let me tell you. And that is true for the four guys of the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. This is the first time that we're coming to all of these guys together. We've done them individually. We've worked our way up to the Blue Collar Comedy Tour as a group, and now we're going to check them out for the first time all together.
I'm excited.
There you go.
So excited.
Sam's now reserved because I said she's a little off the wall.
Comedy has been like one of my favorite things, I would say, that I discovered on the channel from starting this. I was never really into comedy, and it's something that I have grown to love a lot. And I have really enjoyed their Southern style of comedy. So
We got Bill, Larry, Ron, and Jeff, I believe, are going to be in this video. So far, has anybody stood out to you out of the four off the top of your head? If you're like, oh yeah, really loved,
I really like Jeff. I thought like all of his bits on like relationships and stuff were really funny, but I also really like Ron. Like, I feel like he's just so easygoing, and like I like him a lot too.
It's hard to pick a favorite, honestly, because Larry was hilarious.
He was also really, really good. Honestly, they're all great.
And not to leave out, we've only done one from Bill.
Yeah.
And that one was pretty funny too. He had a little bit too much Mary Jane.
Yes, I forgot about that one.
Anyways, let's get into the four of them together.
Well, folks, I know this, I can speak for the rest of these guys. It's been one of the most awesome nights of my life, and everybody up here, and I know it's been good for y'all. But I know you are not going to leave this room until you hear some You Might Be a Redneck.
That's Jeff's baby.
If you think in sync is where your dirty dishes are, you might be a redneck. If you take your dog for a walk and you both use the tree at the corner, you might be a redneck. If you think a 401k is your mother-in-law's bra size, you might be a redneck. If your dad's cell number has nothing to do with a telephone, you might be a redneck. If you keep a fly swatter on the front seat of the car so you can reach your kids in the back seat of the car. They're like, can you do that? Is that okay? No.
Don't do that.
If your working television sits on top of your non-working television, you might be a redneck. If you've ever been accused of lying through your tooth, you might be a redneck. If you work without a shirt on and so does your husband, you might be a redneck. If an episode of Walker, Texas Ranger changed your life,
Unfamiliar
you
with
might
that.
be a redneck. If you've ever worn a tube top to a funeral home, you might be a redneck.
Oh, my God. I can't even believe you just said that.
Why, did you see that?
No. I got one better. If you've ever opened a beer during a eulogy, you might be a redneck.
I'm just guessing one of your relatives.
My Uncle Jack. I swear to you, Jeff, we weren't even outside. We were in the church. And the Reverend had just finished the eulogy, and we heard... And we look in the back, and he's sitting there with a beer, and he goes, what?
We're celebrating.
Mama looks good, don't she?
That ain't Mama.
I can only imagine what hanging with the four of these guys would be like. We need to get them to a party. and hang out together, because it would be a blast.
You'd
I'm
probably just be
sure.
laughing nonstop.
Yeah, so
It'd probably be so
entertaining.
silly.
So relaxed. I just love how they just seem like they're, shooting the shit, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak. And, having comedic conversation that is, I think, directed just towards, fun lightheartedness.
Yeah.
Some other comedic stuff you get is like derived from a specific topic. And even sometimes people will focus on things like politics or, cultural issues or whatever, right? This is just like kicking back, just
Literally poking fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess poking fun at rednecks. So
Yeah, I
at
guess that's the
somebody's
topic.
expense. But relatable, I'm sure, for some people in the South as well,
Yeah.
right?
That ain't mama.
No, that's her. They just shaved her beard off. Forgot my beard.
All right, well, as long as you're telling ones on your relatives, I'm telling one on you. This is one he did, and it's about 12 years ago in Iowa. I want you to think back. A couple of DJs told me about this.
No.
If you have ever ridden an electric floor buffer,
All right, wait. Tequila was involved. Get off me.
wonder how many times his wife has said that. One more on you. If you ever empty the bed of your pickup truck by driving backwards really fast and slamming on the brakes,
That's how we moved.
you might be a redneck. If you've ever used a bar stool for a walker, you might be a redneck.
It's so funny because I could so picture Ron doing that,
I
being
know.
super hammered and then doing that.
It's so funny because he says it and then he like looks at him and then Ron's like,
That might have been me. I think Ron quit drinking actually, though, but
Yeah.
a lot of his comedic stuff that we've done has revolved around him being the life of the party.
yeah.
A
Sounds
little
like he,
too much in some
I was gonna say,
instances.
it sounds like he frequently was having one too many beverages.
Yeah.
Like the yacht story.
Dr. Phil's story.
You might be a redneck. If you think Silence of the Lambs is what happens when Larry walks out to the barn,
That's funny. I don't care who you are. That's funny. Get her done.
if there is an electronic singing fish in more than 3 rooms of your home, you might be a redneck. If you missed 5th grade graduation because you had jury duty, you might be a redneck. If you think fast food is hitting a deer at 65 miles an hour, you might be a redneck. If somebody tells you you have something in your teeth and you take them out to see what it is, you might be a redneck. If you have a complete set of salad bowls and they all say Cool Whip on the side, you might be a redneck. If you wear a dress that is strapless with a bra that isn't, you might be. Think about that and try to sleep tonight, all right? If you've ever stared at a can of orange juice because it said concentrate, you might be a redneck.
I'm dead.
If you've ever had your nipple bitten off by a beaver,
What?
you might be a redneck. God bless you guys.
He just like spits those off rapid fire, eh?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, great chemistry between all of them, but Jeff certainly is got the "you might be a redneck" forte down pat.
For sure. I feel like Larry is also just like, I mean, they're all jokes, but you could tell he's like the silly guy of the group.
You always got to have somebody a little more silly than the rest, but I think they're all pretty damn silly, Sam.
Fair.
And we live in Canada, so I definitely watch out for the beavers on the nipples all the time as well. If you live in
Casual
Canada,
beavers walking down the street.
yeah, you got to watch those beavers, let me tell you.
They're going to come for your nipple.
Or you could be talking about the other beavers. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about Winona's big brown beaver?
Well, we could be talking a big brown beaver, and who knows what that big brown beaver might be. I don't know why we're still going on around about beavers. Let's stop talking about beavers. And let's finish up by saying the Blue Collar Comedy Tour is something we need to watch a little more of, I think.
Yeah, I love them. They're great. 10 out of 10.
I think you give out 10s a little bit too often.
I don't give 10s out that often.
I think you do.
I give 2 thumbs up often, not 10 out of 10.
I don't know. That's debatable. I've been doing these videos for quite a long time, Sam, and there's a lot of 10s. Let me tell you. But I will agree. They probably do deserve a 10. So let us know if there's anything else from the Blue Collar Comedy Tour that we should be doing down below. If they do more like this, I would like to see a little bit more of the other guys if possible as well, a little more involved. Jeff is fantastic, but they have a great group here. So if they have this a little more of a group dynamic, and maybe, like I said, Jeff's thing is you might be a redneck. So they might have more improvisational comedy between all of them on something else. So let us know down below. Hit that like button. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.